he was looking for a chair. All right, will everyone rise for the pledge to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. My name is Mr. Richard Shellman, and I have the distinct honor and privilege of being the principal of Wolcott Technical High School. Welcome to the Wolcott graduation of 2022. It is great to be back at the Warner Theater. And I welcome all of you who are watching along on our district YouTube channel live stream. When you walked in, guests, in the lobby, there were some stars posted in the lobby. Those are acknowledgement from our wonderful senior class that they did not get here by themselves. There's always people to thank along the way. So I encourage you, if you haven't done so already, look in the lobby. Your student stars should be there, and to see who they thanked along the way. Graduates, let's give a round of applause for all the adults who helped along the way. Now let's direct our focus to where it needs to be, on the class of 2022. This class has probably faced the most challenges in their high school education since probably the students of the 1940s who went to school in the Second World War. They had the effects of the pandemic, of course, which we're all aware of, but also things like the loss of school time, all those things that help them learn, the teacher's tone of voice, the body language, things they see on the board or in the hallways, expressions on a classmate's face, discussions after school in the cafeteria. They missed a lot of that, but they still did it. With all of that, you did it. A round of applause for our graduates. And I have to say, I went back to school today after graduation practice, and the bell rang, and the rest of the kids were walking around. I miss them already. Now we have a bunch of guests on the stage, so I'd like to take a couple minutes to introduce them. And we're going to go second row first. And from this stage, our class valedictorian Sarah Doyle, our class salutatorian Hunter Jason, assistant principal Mrs. Buffy, our other assistant principal, Mrs. Becker, Class advisor number 1, Mr. Ducey. Class advisor number 2, Ms. Connors. Now in the front row, closest to me, our interim superintendent, Dr. Helen Sullivan. Our chief of staff, Ronki Stallings. Our culinary consultant, Mark Hussey. Our Oliver Wolcott Teacher of the Year, Ms. Vera Richardson. A good friend of Oliver Wolcott Technical High School, the mayor of Torrington, Eleanor Carbone. Class of 2019 graduate, Jacob Denmark. And finally, class of 02 and president of our wonderful Alumni Association, Tim Ragucci. All right, it is interesting that graduation is sometimes referred to as a commencement. The word commencement means beginning. So today, your graduation is not the end of a journey, but rather the start of something that's new. That's why we ask you in your portfolio where you're going to be in September, right? However, our ceremony tonight has a long tradition with great pomp and circumstance. Our students wear caps and gowns and receive diplomas. Today, we will try to maintain something of an aura of formality while utilizing this great theater to use this setting to our advantage. Our goal today, or tonight, is to provide each graduate with a moment of accomplishment. We want all students to be recognized and honored in close proximity to family and guests. I do ask, if you think about it, you can turn your cell phone off ring, so we're not interfering with the microphone. And the senior class of 2022 thanks you in advance for your attention. Thank you. Now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce again our class salutatorian, Hunter Jason.
Good afternoon to everybody who's here today to celebrate a good day of commemoration and appreciation of the efforts of the class of 2022. I thank the teachers, faculty, parents, grandparents, relatives, friends, and more for either attending or making this event possible. I especially thank my shop teachers, Mr. Lusick and Mr. Eller, for providing me with the electronics technology education that I received. And my 9th grade English teacher, Mrs. Boyer, for providing me with support up until senior year, even if I've only had her for a freshman year. Today is an important day because it represents a great stepping stone in one's life. Graduation is not just a representation of relief from high school. It is a day to recollect the past 4 years of our lives that we spent both studying our academic and vocational skills, that we spent training in sports, and that we spent creating bonds that will hopefully last us a lifetime. These past 4 years have been full of countless memories, both good or bad, as we've had many experiences that many past and hopefully many future graduates can't say they've been through. The COVID pandemic certainly has strayed our class and a few others from the norm. Teaching was difficult during the pandemic. Many teachers tried different methods to engage and teach students, some successful, some not so successful. But this has most definitely been a learning experience for all of us. And hopefully this knowledge will last for the generations to come. We as humans are built to adapt, to persevere, no matter what is thrown at us. This is why we are here today. We have survived through both school and a pandemic, and for that we should be proud. Our futures are vast with opportunity. What we do with these opportunities is now up to us. Some may decide to further pursue their trade, while some may decide to seek higher education. But nonetheless, I hope that we all have a fruitful future ahead of us. I wish everyone attending this wonderful event, even those not graduating, the best of luck throughout their lives, and great hope for the future ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hunter. And next, our class valedictorian, Sierra Doyle.
Welcome faculty, students, family, and friends. We would like to thank all of you for being here tonight to celebrate our graduation. To the class of 2022, we finally made it after 4 interesting years at OWTS. And interesting is a word to be taken lightly. None of us would have imagined that these 4 years would have panned out the way that they did. That being said, why don't we take a walk down memory lane? It is August of 2018, and we are short and awkward freshmen, too stressed to eat breakfast, but at least we look good in our uniforms. We entered the campus seating of people from Torrington, Heartland, Canaan, and Terryville. We all had that one person we clung to like a leech, even if we didn't like them, because at least they were a familiar face. Time was spent walking around their senior mentor exploring the building. Finding all the bathrooms was essential. Over the next couple months, we were introduced to all the shops. In machine tool, we made hammers, carpentry, we made toolboxes, and cabin made keychains. In December, we were faced with a life-altering choice. What shop will I choose? Will I go to graphics, where there are only a couple kids, or health tech where I'll be overwhelmed with work? This was not a choice to be made in an hour. This would determine your friend group and future career. As the year came to a close, everyone looked forward to one event, Field Day. Student Council had everything set up and the classes were about to be called before it was abruptly canceled. Little did we know this was the first of many unforeseen cancellations from school. Summer came and went and we entered into sophomore year. The beginning was business as usual. In the fall we had sports, homecoming, and we finally convinced the school to have a spirit week. Then, mid-March came and we all received a call about the mystery virus called COVID. We were shut down for 2 weeks and everyone was excited, an early spring break. Little did we know it actually turned into an early summer. Outside of school, the grocery stores were bare and there was no toilet paper to be found. But as the school year came to a close, all the classes were pass-failed and I suppose we got to enjoy a mental break from academics. Before we knew it, junior year had begun at home in our beds. We had the choice of going in for shop, going in full, or just not going in at all. The teachers were lucky as students joined the meets, and now the ones that did, they're most likely either still asleep, watching TV, or not even by their computers. I hope to never experience the awkward silence of a teacher asking a question to a blank screen, getting no responses. The teachers did the best they could to engage the students, but it was a difficult situation. Thank you, teachers, for bearing through it. We were able to play sports again, but if you're inside, you had to learn how to run with a mask on. Talk about respiratory issues. And finally, we are seniors, attending school full-time with a mask. The COVID restrictions were slowly lifted, and as we took off our masks, everyone was different. Some boys have suddenly grown facial hair, and some people lost weight and others gained. We were just happy to be together, even though our friends thought we looked like completely different people. Sports were starting to return back to normal. The girls' volleyball team went undefeated and won the league championship. The girls' soccer team and softball team also did well, but unfortunately they both lost in the league championship game. At the end of the year, we were happy the mask mandate was lifted for sports and in the classroom. At the end of May, the senior event started and the senioritis was beating us all. Capstone projects were finally over with. We had senior breakfast, prom, and yearbooks were distributed. These past 4 years were a whirlwind of unexpected events. We had our highs and we had our lows, but we went through all this together. We had to overcome difficulties that no one else has had to go through before. Continuous letdowns followed us through our high school careers, but it has made us undoubtedly stronger individually and together. Every story must have a happy ending, and ours is no exception. Teachers, you were challenged in new ways and expanding your teaching toolboxes. Whether or not you wish to use Google Meets again, you have that as a resource. You're brought closer to coworkers and share experiences with your students that you have never shared before. Thank you for your dedication to be my peers. We could not have done it without you. I would like to thank my family, teachers, coaches, and friends for the support over the past 4 years. To the class of 2022, I wish you the best, whether you decide to go to college, the workforce, or the military. When you leave here today, celebrate what you have accomplished, look towards the future, work hard, and never give up. Thank you.
Thank you, Sierra. Next, from the class of 2019, a student or former student who really is a model on how to succeed in your trade area, Jacob Denmark.
Good evening, everyone. I made a whole bunch of note cards ahead of time, but people have said what I've said already, so I'm gonna take it easy on this one. My purpose here today is to hopefully just help you guys be inspired going into your careers, whether you choose going to college, whether you continue to pursue your trade, or whether you decide to jump ship to another trade that you feel more interested in. Lesson number one. A lot of people are starting to leave the workforce, but not a whole lot of replacements. There is room for you. You don't have to make it. It's already there. You have potential, you have job growth, you have those opportunities. You just need to go out and acquire them. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about is, no cards coming in handy. Don't be afraid to make mistakes while you're at your workplace. For me, immediately after graduating and landing back in Connecticut from Louisville, Kentucky, I immediately went to Amazon on my first day. And shortly after training, I cost my company a couple $1 million in a mistake that I had made. Yeah, the equipment was down for about 10 minutes. And that's all it took to cost about $3 million. I had to sit down with my boss afterwards, and he looked me in the eye and he said, you know, you have qualities that we can't find out there. You have knowledge that we can't find out there, and your character is something that we haven't seen before. So rather than disciplining you for, we would rather keep you on board the team. We'd rather grow you as an employee, to grow you as a character, to let you continue working. Those opportunities aren't rare. Having spoken to some of my classmates who have graduated prior, they've had very similar experiences in the trades. I think the only other thing that I want to say today is please keep in mind that it's very hard to fail. Failure, in my opinion, means that you can no longer try to do that thing ever again. And that's pretty hard to do. You can make a lot of mistakes. We're all going to make mistakes. But remember that mistakes aren't really just a way of learning. Mistakes are education, and education is how you do better. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jacob. On the way out, remind my boss to think about the mistakes. That's good. Thanks. Speaking of which, at this point, it is the great honor to introduce our interim superintendent, Dr. Helen Sullivan.
Good evening, our Wolcott class of 2022. I could not be more proud to be standing here tonight with the privilege of addressing you as a wonderful class. And just so you know, we had the chance to chat up here as you were walking in. Mr. Shellman's comment to me was, I'm really gonna miss these guys. So know that you made an indelible mark on your principal, your assistant principals, your teachers, and most important, your families. And remember that you would not be here tonight without any of them. They love you dearly. They're so proud of you for what your accomplishments are and where you're headed next. As Mr. Shellman said, the word graduation really means you progress to the next level, and that's where you're headed. You have taught us during your time here how to build the ship and fly it at the same time. And you will be doing that as your generation will be doing that when you hit the real work world or the real college world in the next 2 months. We have learned many great lessons from you. COVID and non-COVID, we have become better practitioners because of what you needed and deserved as students as you progressed through Oliver Wolcott. And finally, what I want to remind you of, because it's the most important piece to hang on to, about your experience at school with us. We are one giant intertwined family. It never fails wherever I go, whether it's a store, whether it's a library, whether it's a school at CTEX, or tonight's graduation. Inevitably, I meet parents, community members, teachers, everyone I meet in some way, shape, or form is intertwined as part of the CTEX family. And what you will discover when you go out there in the next couple of months is that there are unbelievable numbers of people who came through the same graduation ceremony from one of the CTEX schools, just as you are tonight. And what a wonderful network of family and belonging you now are joining as you finish this evening. So remember that probably of the entire loving and supportive group of family out there, you have at least one member that you know of as a CTEX grad. And nobody else in the state of Connecticut as high school graduates have that privilege and have that network. Hang on to that gift because it will serve you well. Parents, community members, mayor, all of us come out tonight to express our pride and our joy on your behalf. We could not be more proud of your accomplishments. Enjoy the days to come. Make us proud, as you have done so well for the last 4 years. Thank you so much.
So I'd like to point out that this class, this year, we set records for work-based learning placements and credentials earned. Round of applause for our graduates again. They're already succeeding in the workplace, most of them, or many of them. At this point, another honor to introduce to you the Mayor of Torrington, the Honorable Eleanor Carbone.
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2022 out of Wolcott Technical School. You know, one of my favorite banners that hung out in front of the entranceway at Oliver Wolcott Tech School said, "Education that works." And it just really struck me that this is the education that makes you world ready immediately upon receiving your diploma. So I want to congratulate all of you. But more importantly, I want to congratulate all of the parents, the family members, the educators and administrators that are seated here, and the community that helped you get here today. And I would just ask the students if you could just give a round of applause for your family members, students. A couple of weeks ago, I was asked to attend another graduation ceremony, much smaller. I think there were 7 kids graduating from this school. And as I was driving to the ceremony, this wave of revelation sprung to mind that this is a class that has probably heard or read the word crisis in the last 2 years more times than most of us have in our lifetime. It was a public health crisis, a mental health crisis, crisis of confidence, economic crisis, and most recently and most sadly, a school safety crisis. And yet here you all are, because of your strength, your resolve, your resilience, and I think I heard Hunter use the word perseverance. Persevere. That's what you are. That's what you've done. You as students are probably better prepared than any prior generation for anything that this world may have to offer or challenge you with. I do wish you continued strength, happiness, courage to carry on through the next leg of your journey. Congratulations to you. God bless and keep you.
Thank you, Mayor Carbone. So distinguished guests, parents, faculty, friends, every Board of Education maintains a governing body responsible for establishing policy requisites and standards of graduation. Oliver Wolcott Technical High School's governance is granted under the direct supervision of the State Board of Education, which is represented by our interim superintendent this evening. Through the principal's authority, I have examined the technical and academic records of this class and certified that they meet all requirements as set forth by the State Board of Education and are therefore eligible to receive a high school diploma. It is with great pride that I present to you Oliver Wolcott Technical High School's graduating class of 2022. Will the graduates of the graphics department, Mr. Garcia, department head, please stand and approach the stage.
Zachary Michael Chase. Alita Cyan Rivera. Damian Francisco Villanueva.
Would the graduates of the Automotive Department, Mr. Royals, Department Head, please stand and approach the stage? Ezra Joaquin Andre. Mason Kingsley Beecher. Damian William Beland. Jacob Ryan Caddy. Ryan Michael DeBlane. Logan McGrew Davis. Grant Robert Ducey. Joshua Wade Dunks. Maya Rose Fernette. Hugh Sherwin Martin. Henry Michael Maroka. Madison May Olet. Aaron James Pitts. Christopher Robert Joseph Wilson. Would the graduates of the Carpentry Department, Mr. Gargano, Department Head, please stand and approach the stage? Gary William Mammon Jr. Sean William Ornique. Cole David Douglas Brown. Phoenix Ray Fields. Austin Jean Gilpatrick. Christopher Anthony Regali. Olivia Claire Steves. Kevin Adrian Yanza. Would the graduates of the Collision, Repair, and Refinishing Department, Mr. Ducey, Department Head, please stand and approach the stage? Matthew James Crane. Travis Connor Edel. Gage Jeffrey Flaherty. Erica Evan Hankins. Aviana Marie Hernandez.
Levinus. Ian James Lucas. Emily Elizabeth Lutz. Brianna Lee Nemchuk. Andy Seraphin Orleana. Brianna Marie Pound. Amanda Ann St. Dennis. Jason Gabrielle Yamza. Would the graduates of the Culinary Department, Chef McDowell, Department Head, please stand and approach the stage. Abigail Azul Arias. Gregory Cabral de la Cruz. Megan Eileen Clavette. Haley Ann Cogley. Kylie Nicole DeLeo. Haley Rose Flaherty. Liam Thomas Gobble. Tabitha Kemp Langer. Zoe Isabella Leopizo. Emma Jean Mabe. Evelise Sarah Santiago. Cameron Arthur Spear. Abigail Elizabeth Williams. Trevor Michael Zapari. With the graduates of the Electrical Department, Mr. Mazzone, Department Head, please stand and approach the stage. Ian Richard Bennett. Dylan William Bugby. Brandon Josh Cordero. Shaylin Marissa Janelle. Robert Oliver Cosera. Nicholas Joseph Macion. Garrett Allen Payne. Stanley Sabas. Victor Dale Schaefer. Nicholas David Tibbetts Conley. Angel Joseph Tyron Wilson. For the graduates of the Electronics Department, Mr. Aller, Department Head, please stand and approach the stage. Lucas Allen Chaponis. Alina Rose Chauncey. Vincent Peter Del Monte. Jacob Farina. Robert Cole Finucane. Lexi Michelle Hawk. Hunter Michael Jason. Keegan Lawrence Robinson. Elijah Matthew Salamanca. With the graduates of the Hairdressing and Cosmetology Department, Ms. Riddick, Department Head, please stand and approach the stage. Brandy Ann Alexander. Dana Nancy Dwyer. Molly Jaden Bodeman. Alyssa Lynn Georgiadis. Olivia Margaret Green. It's me! Lisa Marie Guerrera. Miranda Lynn Lawler. Angelina Mobilia. Karina Ariana Rulin. Natalie Elizabeth Stewart. Yahira Lisette Tinampagwai. Would the graduates of the Health Tech Department, Ms. Markel, Department Head, please stand and approach the stage. Nevin Casey
Lindsay Glass. Jordan Alexandra Box. Kylie Bridget Bryant. Sincere Osiris Davis. Olivia Grace DeVito. Brianna Ashley Denise. Adriana Yvette Disick. Alicia Lopez. Juliana Marie Menard. Arista Ann Bennett. Francesca Marie Rebecki. Jennifer Desiree Sarmiento. Brooke Eve Siebert Howie. Adriana Sage Thompson. Stephanie Ann Valenti. With the graduates of the Mechanical Design and Engineering Department, Mr. Tagway, Department Head, please stand and approach the stage. Norman Joseph Bass. Sierra Madison Doyle. Jonathan David Emery. Michael Arthur Becto. Carson Ryan Fullerton. Jacob John Lord. Marissa Fernanda Budazaka. Emma Catherine Petrovitz. Angelo Jacoby Reyes. Liam Joseph Robinson. Hunter Albert Steves. Dominic James Juliano. Benjamin Lewis Vincent. Elizabeth Ann Webb. With the graduates of the Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Department, Mr. Pergola, Department Head, please stand and approach the stage. Chase Trudeau Brown. Robert George Concanon. Vincent Derek Cox. Carson James Delagnis. Xander Tane Galusha. Morgan Wallace Gunlock. Mario Antonio Linquay. Ryan Harold Maskey. Andrew Derek Peacock. Anthony Delano Peterson. William Alexi Rivera. Jonathan Wayne Fruthier. David Alexander Sanchez. Alex Michael Savanella. Christopher James Talbot. Vincent Lee Belillo. With the graduates of the Precision Machine Technology Department, Mr. Palmer, Department Head, please stand and approach the stage. We'll have Mr. Lekomsky, instructor, standing in.
Nice to meet you.
Nicholas J. Barron. Jacob Allen Fogarty. James William Good. Kyle Nathan Green. Ryan Lauer. Jacob Caleb Lentine. John Michael Maloney. Joseph Gaetano Latrice. Zachary Michael Matava. Dylan Thomas Michaud. Caleb Anthony Patrici. Evan Michael Regner. Kyle Redmond Brooks. Dominic Paul Samil. Colby James Tifo.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the class of 2022. place, I'd like to recognize, we have a couple of people or some retirees here this evening. I know I saw Miss Tamaro. If you're here, stand up. We'll give you a round of applause. Miss Hill, you're here. Miss Hill, math teacher works. Miss Hill, stand up. There you go, Miss Hill. I don't know if you hear cheers for algebra, but this is the place. Let's see, who else did we get? Miss Hill, Miss Tamaro. Mr. Royals, where's Mr. Royals? I think I got everybody, right? Oh, Mr. Lex, are you here? Oh, Mr. Petrillo retired last year. Is he here? Mr. Petrillo, stand up. Any members of the class of 2022, if you're entering the military, please stand. Congratulations on your decision. As a veteran, I can tell you one piece of advice. When you get into the military, stand a quality watch. You don't know what that means now, but you will soon. Thank you and congratulations again. Will the graduates please rise? You may now move your tassels from right to left, signifying your status as graduates of Parents, we ask that you remain seated until all the graduates have left. All I have to say is it's a beautiful evening out. What are we doing in here? Cue the music.